Cervical cancer can be prevented. This is Atilia, and she has prevented cervical cancer thanks to timely medical examinations. The doctor's intervention and the treatment Atilia followed gave her the chance to avoid the disease and have a child without any complications or other health problems.
I decided to visit my family doctor for a routine checkup, just to make sure that everything was alright after the first birth. Following the doctor's recommendations, I performed a Papa Nicolau medical exam, which is entirely free of charge and completely painless.
Cervical cancer can be prevented. However, in Moldova, 3 women die every week from this disease. In order to prevent cancer, experts recommend women have a cervical screening every 3 years.
The first step every woman should take in order to prevent cervical cancer is to see her family doctor. Here the test will be performed that will show whether you are at risk of developing cancer, and the results will be known very quickly.
Because it is a form of cancer whose symptoms manifest themselves at a later stage, but also because it develops slowly, all women between the age of 25 and 61 should get a cervical screening done once in every 3 years. The screening is performed by a family doctor or nurse and is free of charge whether or not you have medical insurance.
Cervical cancer is the only type that can be detected in a precancerous phase, before becoming invasive cancer and putting your life in danger. It is important to see your family doctor in order to perform a Papa Nicolau test, and in case if you receive an abnormal result, you should address to the colposcopy office for further recommendations and treatment. The result of the Papa Nicolau test turned to be abnormal, and my family doctor redirected me to the colposcopy office, where further examinations and treatment were performed. The control test turned out satisfactory. I am expecting my second child at the moment.
UNFPA, the United Nations Population Fund in the Republic of Moldova, supports national efforts to prevent cervical cancer.
So lots of different parts of the health system, under the responsibility of the Ministry of Health, have come together to make a better screening program for cervical cancer. It's the right of every woman in Moldova to make the most of those choices and opportunities, so I encourage everybody to work together to prevent cervical cancer in Moldova.
I recommend every woman to take the Papa Nicolau test. Give yourself the chance to living a healthy life.
Cervical cancer can be prevented.